Hey guys, gals, fans, and pals, your buddy JohnMegacycle here. That transition is still kinda weird. Anyway, yeah, a little Mindustry. Yeah, I've played through a bunch of the campaign, the original and the version 7. I can never remember the planet names. I've reset my game a couple of times since. Serpillo and Ericur, I'm gonna catch hell for that. Anyway, a while ago, I started up designing maps, and right now I've got two servers running on the Megacycle Entertainment servers. I've got a PvP and I've got an attack map, and we made a couple of maps as a community. I thought I did a video on this, but I haven't. So I just kind of want to go through some of the maps that we've made, and then I wouldn't mind giving a swing at one of the attack maps I really, really like. Full disclosure, it's been a while since I've played, so I'm going to be kind of rusty. Let's see here. I think Split Decision. Open an editor. This is one, yeah. This is one I was just experimenting with. And I wanted to do, like, these curved hills and stuff to act as natural blockers. So this was an interesting-ish map. This was just a survival map. So gave everyone a little bit of resources to get started. And a lot of my early maps were really designed to be tutorial ideas. Like, how do you play the game? Oh yeah, here was another start point for the enemy. The realistic thing is, I wasn't trying with this map to make it super difficult, but we've got mining, we've got some defenses, we've got some energy for the little arcs right there, I think that's what they're called. And yeah, just really little stuff. And this was a very simple map. Split Decision, it forces the player to just bunker up both sides. This was sort of a low resources map, if I'm going to be honest. But I liked it. It played pretty well. Everything is available. You got your thorium, you got your titanium, you got everything. So that works out pretty good. Pretty good. So that's Split Decision. Is it quit? Yeah, okay. So let's see. That was Split Decision. Next was, let's just do the attack or survival maps first, and then we'll do the PvP ones. This was another one. This is another attack map. The Naval Fortress. This is when I wanted to start working with naval units. And we've got some blockers. I think I forced all of the enemy to do nothing but sea stuff. Sea units. And this one worked out pretty well. Start is over here. Very basic resources, lots of area, right? So again, this is another map that, for players or people that just do not play Mindustry often enough, want to make sure we gave them the opportunity to play with other people and play in a fairly relaxed environment, really. That's really what I was aiming for with all that. So that works out pretty well. A lot of energy in the middle here. A lot of free energy. So you're going to have to do a little bit of daisy chaining around, a little bit of looping around to get that energy back home. But this kind of forces the player to extend out a little bit. Also, again, really rudimentary defense. Very simple stuff. These are scorches, I think, right? I forget what they're called. No, how do I... Gosh, it's been so long. Yeah, scorch. It's been so long since I've done, like, map editing, I forgot how any of this crap worked. So yeah. Yeah, a couple of nice things. Very simple map again. I think it catches all of the idea. Yeah, I didn't build super creative defenses. There's no storages. There's nothing really fancy here to be said. Couple of mending towers. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm pretty happy with that. So that was naval assault, naval attack. And let's see here. No, not play. Editor. Naval attack. This is another attack one. Last Bastion. This is one of my favorites. The enemy's way up in the north here, and they have the Last Bastion. And there's also spawning. Yeah, there's 2-3 spawning areas here. What's going to happen with this one is we start in the south. The enemy's up here in the north. The enemy up here in the north is going to have to beat through all of these defenses, all these walls, to get all the way through. It's a lot. It's a lot of walls to get through to our base. Now, our base has very simple resources. We have titanium, and we have some self-sufficient power here in the lava. We do have thorium, but that's actually buried under here somewhere. And the way this works is we're team yellow. Enemy is team red. You can see by the little hatchies, little hatchy marks on the side right here. That team's red. This is team green. So this is everyone's enemy. So our units are going to attack. Their units are going to attack. Everything's going to attack. And this makes for some really frantic fun. I think ideally this was like a 2-3 person setup. One person just really worries about silicon all the time to crank out as many units as you can, and you just start ramping up quickly. And I don't think the enemy has any air capability in this one. You can actually set what you want the enemy to spawn with. So it worked out really well. Last Bastion. Yeah, I really like this one. This was a lot of fun to make. And I think... yeah, there you go. That's a better representation. So there's resources under all of this, which will force the player to want to move up and capture more territory. Yeah, little bits of titanium in there. There's the thorium. I think I've got 2 or 3 more patches yet. There's another patch of thorium. So yeah, this is a really neat trick because it actually forces the player to not just concentrate on one enemy, but also trying to expand and everything and little rewards of coal and such. I think that's about... oh, there's the other thorium. Okay. Yeah, that works out really, really well. I like that a lot. So we're going to go ahead and close that. So Last Bastion on that. And these are all up for download on MegacycleEntertainment.com. If you want to check out these maps, we have them ready to party. They're also hosted on the Megacycle Entertainment Discord with the connection information down below in the description of the video file. This is East versus West. Oh, I actually started to put flavor text here. You've landed in fairly contested territory after some quick setup. You see that the enemy has no intention of allowing you to take this land, build up, and move out. Transform and roll out. So we start on the left here. This one was a little tighter on resources. So this asked for a little more cooperation on coal. Coal is a bit of a rare commodity in this one. There's quite a bit here, let's be fair, but you need graphite, which comes from pressing coal, and you need silicon, which comes from coal and sand. So that's kind of touchy. Did give some preliminary defenses. This is all very simple. A few salvos, though, just to help out. And that worked out pretty well for balancing. Again, more resources. These are walls that the player controls, because I didn't want this to be the same as the other one. So that's how that pans out. I like the little belts of sand. Little sand belts. Oh, that's a little messed up down there, but that's okay. The enemy has their own in-placed defenses and such. Very light. Very, very light stuff. There's not a lot of complexity here. The way in which I also did this is I fed resources from here and then piped it all the way back. The reason why I thought that was really, really cool is because like it pushes you to clear everything, and then you can see the benefit of that. A lot of real-time strategy games do that. Like, you can either attack the enemy headquarters right on, or you can take care of this side base that's providing power and supplies and whatever. So I like that. And then a little bit more defense here. This is where we're actually fabricating some units on the side. A little more unit fabrication on the side. And then cute little yin-yang-ish kind of thing. And then the main base. To which I don't know if there's actually enemy spawning here. I don't see the letter S, which indicates the spawn location, but whatever. Whatever. So this was East versus West. I like that one a lot. What else we got? Attack East versus West. This was my first map. This was Dark Fortress. Island survival time. Push to the southwest and liberate the islands from the Red Menace. The Dark Fortress awaits. The Dark Fortress. Okay, so we start in the upper right. Really, really simple. This one's a lot of fun with multiple players because there's a lot of room. There's no real obstacles. There's 2 main cutoff points here, and I tried to do the island hopping in black, or in a different than grayish color, so you can see how stuff relates. Yeah, so 2 main cutoffs. Resources abound. Thorium fairly early, I'd say, right there. Not too bad. And what you got is, like, if you got, like I said, multiple players, you could do this island hopping thing. So when I was playing with other players, I would pop over to, like, this here. The enemy's got a base in the southeast. And I would try to harass this up a bunch. So that could be a lot of fun. Yeah, very minimal defenses. There's not a ton of frills. I like to build my maps like moderate, light difficulty-ish. There's some ones that are going to be a little harder we'll come up to. Unit fabrication right here, base in Northwest. Some anti-air gunnery placements. Really cute, really cute. Another gunnery placement right there. More units spawning here. And then the main fortress. This is incredibly uncreative, but I like the way it worked. Infinite resource pool right here, and then a bunch of these just distribute. I should have really done like 1 or 2 big turrets instead of a bunch of little guys, but it's cool. There's no mending on these outer parts, so any damage given is going to be permanent, which I like. I don't think I gave spawning bots. You could do, or repair bots. You can do that, I think, but I don't think I did that. Some higher tier defenses. These are ripples, I think. Ripple, yeah. And then these are cyclones, and then the missile launcher, the swarmer, right. So we've got some heavier defenses, and then here, right here on the actual ramp up, we have some salvos, we have some duos. Oh, hails. Oh, hail. Yeah, okay, those like duos. Those are more hails, those are more salvos, these are the lancers, and then anti-air scatters everywhere. This was also really nice. This was a lot of fun. Got like 3 or 4 people's feet wet on this one, just trying to get them like into the play game, because having it blocked off here with the 2 cutoffs made it a lot more reasonable, even if there was a lot of work to be done. Assaulting the enemy base, it worked out. Yeah, it worked out all right. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so there's Dark Fortress. I don't know if I have... Oh yeah, I've got a few more. This is Triad Swarm. This is going to be a tough one. Lots of resources, but you'll need to ramp up quickly to get ahead of the swarm. Yeah, this one, the spawning rules for this one are exactly as I said. It's a lot of little stuff. It's a lot of little stuff. Triad, because there's 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I always think of triple triad whenever I say triad, so that was probably why for me. Final Fantasy VIII. What? We got a really good start here. Plenty of power right out the gate. Mending right out the gate. And we've got 2 of the tiny nodes, cores. 2 of the tiny, 3 of the, 4 of the, oh my god. Deep breath, Johnny, deep breath. 4 of the cores. That works out pretty well. Yeah, lots of resources scattered about, so it's going to require a little more logistics instead of one big pile of stuff. Another really great map for 2, 3, 4 people. Yeah, absolutely. Really happy with this one. So this, Triad Swarm, was it, right? Triad Swarm, right. This one I got a little more creative with. This is the Swarm Host. Similar to Triad Swarm, but I wanted a map designed for like a dozen people or 10 people or whatever. I wanted more capability. So this really unlatches, or decouples might be a better word, for people that wanted to do just resource collection or just base defense. We've got, what we have are several of these waterways and unbreakable walls. These are not regular walls. These are straight up shale walls, and you can't do any damage to them. A couple start locations, really the same deal. Lots of little stuff. Lots and lots of little stuff. We actually have 5 cores, nodes. Holy crap, what are they called? No, I want that on that. Cores, there we go. We have 5 cores on each side, north and south. And because we're all on the same team, we all share the income and everything. So when I played this with multiple people, I have no problem being like resource allocation or whatever. So I'll go through, I'll take this guy, and again, we share them all. It doesn't matter which one you quote unquote take, but like I'll start here and like blah blah mining, pump it right in, and then I'll pop over here, blah mining, pop it right in, and get all the copper figured out, and then lead, and then coal, and then all that stuff. We just get everything rolling, and it rolls pretty hard. Like I said, this is designed, again, another map designed for more people. So this can get touchy on the fast. But I really like it, yeah. Another swarm map. What else we got? We got Rich Crater. Yeah. The enemy wishes to capture whatever they can from this crater region. Thankfully, the land is incredibly rich, and we'll have the means to defend ourselves for a long time. This one's fun, too. This was another lots and lots and lots of resources. A higher difficulty level. We have 4 core. 2 spawn point. This one is less swarmy and more heavy. So instead of like 5 of the daggers or whatever the lower units are, I'll do like 2 mace. I think is the second tier combat robot, whatever. Yeah, something like that. Oh, my little butterfly, right. Yeah, so this is another very straightforward map, another defense map. I guess I've been mixing the defense and the attack. Because when it comes down to it, attack is the same when you set up a server. It's either attack, survival, or PvP. So what I did is in Megacycle Entertainment, I just said, okay, it's either attack/survival or PvP. I'll host 2 servers. There you go. What else? We got one more, I think. This one is one that was inspired by the Dangerous mod in Factorio. You see exactly what I mean in a second. There are resources everywhere. And I didn't have to place all this myself. There's a generate, no filters, yeah. I applied some filters, and then I shut off the filters, and then I didn't touch it anymore. But this put a little bit of resources everywhere. So it's going to be a lot more of a logistical thing to get, like, decent power. That's going to be a struggle. There's no water. So building a straight-up combustion setup, I think, is going to be mighty difficult. But with the coal here, you can get some work done. And then the real idea is just move up and then take what's up here. Now, this is also a survival style. So you got the S right there for spawn. So it's literally survive as long as you can. The way in which I've played this map with other people is once we just clear the map, we call it done, because this is a struggle. Without having a lot of the resources next to each other, you have to do a lot of filtering. The filtering isn't bad, but it just adds a bit more difficulty, a little more complexity to it. Adds a little extra spice, really. I don't think I had this one be too awful. There's a lot of stuff to clear, a lot of little gotchas. You know, you can't just fly right over and finicky up the joint. You got to be a little more careful about it. There's a nice pile of resources here. I think it's called the mass driver that allows you to, like, warp resources. So you can get something built in here and get that thorium out. And then you could do with a thorium power plant. Actually, take that back. I don't know if you can do coolant without water. It's been a while since I played. But I've cleared this map. I've completed this one a couple times, and it is quite fun. Yeah, quite fun. Okay, that is dangerous. The next one is going to be the PvPs, I think we're up to. I think we did all the survival. Yeah, okay. Let's do some PvP. So the first PvP one I've ever made was this one. This is North versus South. This is my first map, set in the traditional North versus South format. All resources, space, and defenses are even. Pick a team, have some fun. Yeah, very straightforward. Yeah. Incredibly symmetrical. Several resource areas. Some garbage walls in the way to act as a little bit of a delay. And what have you. This is a little extreme. Yeah, it is. I should do some tuning, but like this was my first PvP map. One of the things I noticed was players would just fly to the other base and just shoot it to death. So that's what this is about. This is supposed to prevent that at least a little bit. Hoping that multiple players can get their stuff ramped up and get going. This is wholesale unnecessary. But again, it was like after the 2-minute mark, after some resources file in, it acted as a nice buffer. There's that, yeah, straight up North versus South. I've learned a lot since I've played the game. It's just been a while. It's just really been a while. Let's see here. Scorpio is one made by Rebel Snowtrooper. Multiplayer PvP, no PMC flight around rocks cliffs, no combat allowed from main control unit. Basically, don't use your main dude to blow up stuff, and don't fly over cliffs. Kind of respect the lore, right? So here's one start location. He walled off everything. That's all wall. Not wall, cliffs. I should say that. The difference between a wall and a cliff, you can't blow up a cliff, you can blow up a wall. What is it exactly? Shale wall, yep. So some resources here, scattered about. Coal is a premium, is something that I noticed when I played this with him, or against him, I should say. Coal's a premium, and it's quite difficult to get like a real strong power base going on. So you got to really be careful how much is going into unit production and how much is going into power production. There's a couple of bases that are a little loose here. I don't get the double router wall, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, there's an enemy base, and again, these are the third party. This is another enemy base. More resource caches, water. Another enemy base right there, and then the other player spawns over here in the northeast. Same deal. But yeah, coal is dicey. I think the person in the north has more coal. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that works out really, really well. That was a really nice base from Rebel Snowtrooper, Scorpio. What else do we have? This is another one. 3 enter, 1 will leave. Synonymous with the Road Warrior, which got turned into Mad Max, right? 2 men enter, 1 man leave. 2 men, you get the idea. No airborne units, mine and hunt for what is hidden and try to fight for the glory under the golden wall. So this actually takes a lot of the same idea, and I think this is where I got the idea from to do the other map with all the buried resources. So there's 4, 1 in each corner. Yep, 1, 2, oh, 3. Oh, this is the 4th. Ha, I can count. So there's 3 start locales, water, some resources, and all that. Let's go ahead and remove some of this wall and see what we find underneath. Oh man, not a lot so far. We'll take a better look at that center base in a minute. Oh, there's not a lot. Oh man. Really have to pay attention how you're using your resources. As there's not, yeah. There's more of stuff. The only thing that can get really dangerous with this kind of a setup, and same thing with the other one, is your turrets will fire at enemy buildings. Just like enemy units or whatever. So you gotta be really careful. If you build a bunch of defenses like right here, and your idea is, oh, they'll shoot at the enemy units coming through. It could get really dangerous, because your turrets might be really hella fascinated about a wall, and be like, tag it and bag it, I got that wall. And then it's like, yeah, but we're getting shot at, so don't do that. Fair amount of resources. Yeah, you gotta work for it. You gotta work for the money. That looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the middle here. Oh my gosh, so this is the golden wall. What's under here? Oh wow, yeah. All that thorium, wow. And that makes sense because there's like no thorium anywhere else. Thorium is really great for power. If for nothing else, really great for power. Okay. There's that one. I think that's it. Northwest, 3 enter, Scorpio. I think that might have been everything. Split decision. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. A little bit of a brief walkthrough for the Mindustry maps that we've made so far as a community. A lot of these that have my name on it are just because I'm the one that did, like, the map making. But I've had some people sit with me and give me pointers and everything. The Rich Crater was another early one I made, and that was a lot of fun. The Dangerous one, I had some feedback on. This is already years ago. I don't even remember who. But yes, this wasn't just me. These were all community-created maps and such. So yeah, I think that's a good walkthrough. Thank you all for joining me. My name is JohnMegacycle. Feel free to join us on Discord. And as I said before, all the maps can be downloaded from MegacycleEntertainment.com. They're just a zip file. You can parse through them however you want. Just upload them to your game, and then you can just play any of these maps. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.